Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tommy Trials. In just a second, you're going to get to see a brand new showcase of the XCOM 2 mod for the Warhammer 40K Space Marines. I forget to mention a couple of things. First off, that these models are being used with permission, but these models were created primarily by a talented artist by the name of Joazzz with 3 Z's. A link to his DeviantArt page, as well as another link that was provided to me to provide to you, will be down in the description. Those models were also worked on in part by the 40K Regicide art team. So I think that it's very important that we mention that and give that credit to whom it is due. I also forget to mention, I think maybe I do, but just in case I didn't, you can head over to the Discord and you can see work in progress images before showcases are made, and also before I mean, you can get the announcements of things before anybody else knows about it. So it's a really cool place to get to see work in progress images, not only of the 40K mods, but we've got a lot of other talented modders over there, like Yuri and Musashi and E followed by a series of numbers, E3245, as well as DIMDIM, who's the main one responsible for these amazing Space Marines. So without further ado, please enjoy this brand new showcase. Everybody, one of these days I'll be able to say welcome to the Tommy Trials, this is Thomas, without tripping over my own tongue. Nonetheless, we've got another showcase. By far, the first showcase we did of this mod was the most viewed video, and the mod has come a very long way. My recommendation is, if you want to just see the time and effort and skill exhibited in this mod, go back, watch the first showcase, then watch this. Since all of this has been done, he's done so much. He's reworked the textures more than once. He's done all kinds of stuff. This is still very much work in progress. Things are still being worked on. Things are still being done. The bolter that you see the Space Marines holding and the sword on their back was done by Dim. It will not be released to you all. Not because he doesn't like you, but because other very talented modders are designing all kinds of weapons. And they are going to look legit. And they're going to be awesome. So he kindly put together bolters that look very good. I mean, I thought the bolters that we were using, if you've watched parts 1 through 5 of the Let's Show of the Advent to Empire showcase, then I thought that it looked really good. And then he said, nah, it looks like terrible, and then he did this, and so we've got that, and we've got the swords. But, like I said, they won't be released to everyone. So, first thing we need to take a look at is this, because we couldn't do this before. The shoulders are now colorable by the tattoo color. So what does that mean? It means that if we put a helmet on this guy, because before we could color the helmets by the tattoo colors, if we put a helmet on this guy, let's just do this one because we can. Now when we change the hair color, the helmet color changes. So you can have a different color helmet and a different color shoulder pad. And at some point, I don't remember what it's for, but the hair color, or the skin color is going to be used for something too. So very cool there. It's just an update on what was. I'm not going to touch on everything that this mod's going to offer, because you can go back and watch the first showcase for that, because I'm going to try to keep this shorter. I don't remember what helmet I picked. Anybody remember what helmet I had? Let's go with that one. But we've got the Blood Ravens, I think, as a chapter. We'll probably come back to this fine looking gentleman. Of course, we've got the Ultramarines. One big change, of course, we couldn't do this before, is the chapter emblems. So the chapter emblems are now connected to the let's put you in the by the book. Don't pay attention to the fact that he has a laser gun. Laser gun, probably. I don't know. Anyway, they don't have pictures right now, but the chapter emblem's actually completely tied to the nationality. So you can also have really weird things. Like, let's have a USA Ultramarine real quick. Woohoo! Stars and Stripes. But got the Ultramarines chapter. We've got the Space Wolves. We've got the Soul Drinkers. We've got the Raven Guard. We've got the Inquisition. And I have got to sneeze. Oh, I've got to sneeze. I'm going to try not to do it in your ear. We've got the Celestial Lions. We've got the Blood Ravens, Blood Angels, Black Templars, and Argentina. Nah, but in all seriousness, we've got all those chapter emblems. You can change the color of the lining based on, you know, the colors. The secondary and primary color affects the primary color and the secondary color of the armor. So, pretty normal there. Got a nice look at the chaplain. The chaplain armor. Everything's still work in progress, but I think he looks just legit. I mean, if that is not super cool. His little loincloth has physics. It's awesome. I think someone is working on a new servo skull. The servo skull that I'm using in the background there is not part of the mod. It's actually a mod that's available right now. The Assault Marine. Very cool. If you want more in-depth, there is a Let's Show that I'm doing. Each video's, I'm trying to keep it about 20 minutes, but the last couple have been longer. But you can go and watch those if you haven't already, and you will see in those more in-depth of these guys in action. And the continuation of that series, which will continue actually today, the continuation of that series will give you even farther looks at it as it progresses. Moving on, though, we've got the Librarian. I changed his hood. I had a white hood on him, but now I've got this nice blue one on him. A nice little look at the backpack, the shoulder pad, the legs with like the books on it and stuff. It's just the attention to detail and the amazingness of this mod. And yes, people are going to find things to gripe about, like the fact that it clips on the... The fact that this is XCOM 2, and this has made it in here, is phenomenal. Moving on. Sister of Battle. Right now there's this weird glitch with the physics and stuff, and this is like backwards because it's a work in progress mod. But if you watched the Let's Show, then this little bit didn't have physics. Now it does. So very cool there. Of course, there's a little bit of clipping problems right now. But she looks really cool. Not a whole lot to say about that. The different customization options that she has available are limited right now to 2 separate helmets. That doesn't mean that you're only going to have 2. I have no idea how many are planned. But those are the 2 that I can show off right now. From what I could tell when I looked at pictures and looked up lore, this is a genuine chapter of the Sisters of Battle. This particular look with the red cloth and stuff. Right now, we can't change the colors of the cloth. There's some clipping. Very work in progress, but I wasn't even able to show off the Sisters of Battle last time, so it's very cool that that's available. Scout Marines. There are different head options that we'll show off here in a second. This is my only Scout Marine, so let's go ahead and do that now. So we've got different upper face prop options. Some of them work, and some of them do not. I don't know that that's supposed to be that way. Not that, that's definitely supposed to be the tubes there, but I don't think that's, I think it's for like a chaplain. That's definitely chaplain. And those all go on the helmets themselves. But there's different things, like you can have this, you can have that little head thing there. So there's all kinds of different, and right now they repeat because it's work in progress. And then these all go on the Space Marine helmets. But they're working on that. It looks very cool. Of course, we've got the different shoulder pads available right now. I think there's 2. Yeah, there's one with the little divot, one without. Torso pieces... trying to remember. There's two. There's one with the skull and the wings and one without it. And then there's the right forearm and left forearm. Scratch that. Only one forearm for now. But it's a nice little look at the Scout Marine. The leg options, I'm not saying that this is by no means the only options that are going to be available, but it's what's done that I can show off. So we've got with and without the little protective leg padding there. Looks really, really cool. Moving on. Just look at the Space Wolves. I asked you guys, and you told me that I had the color pretty much down, but they have yellow shoulders. Now you can color the shoulders, so there's the Space Wolves. Not a whole lot to say, but I think he looks legit. Moving on. Tech Marines. I didn't get to show these guys off last time. At all. The shoulders, I'm going to show off the right shoulder, because the left shoulder has the chapter emblem, because he's a Tech Marine for the Ultramarines, the Ultra Smurfs. But the options that are available right now for the shoulders are these three. I think they look mighty fine and really, really cool. For torso options, what do they have? Question of the day. They've got the Tech Marine for this. They've got this kind of look, which of course obviously is very clippy right now with the weapon and whatnot, and it may always be. I mean, Space Marines are really big buff guys. We've got this one, got that one, and we've got that one there. I'm going to leave the one he's got on him because I like it. Leg options, you may see other things that are saying Tech Marine, and you may ask, why am I not showing it off? Are there going to be this many options for the Tech Marine? No, there's name problems right now, which is why not all of these are actually Tech Marine stuff. I know that this is definitely Tech Marine. And then now we're down into Star Wars stuff. You may be saying my game's running a little slow. Is it because of the mod? No, it's because of the fact that I'm running it off of a hard drive instead of a solid state drive. I can tell you that a awesome modder by the name of Salty Elf Archer, who did the oh, my brain broke. Who did the Boba Fett voice pack? I had actually put together, separated them, named them. I did the hard part of separating the files, if you would say that. It's not hard, it's just time consuming. And I had taken about 406, not about, exactly 406 lines from Boba Fett. He's going to be using those lines and improving his voice pack. So it's very cool there that we'll be able to have Boba Fett voice pack. I don't know where my brain, how my brain got there, but real quick, let's, for the left shoulder, let's put on one of these colored ones. See if we can't match it. There we go. And then we will color it with the blue, because he's an Ultramarine. And then for the right forearm, we will... That's the right forearm. Okay, so let's take a look-see here. The two options that we have for the Apothecary right now is the stabby, drilly, sawy thing. I'm sorry. I have incredibly improved my knowledge of the lore. I know that apothecaries help heal and help keep people... They're like field medics. So this is probably surgery instruments of some kind. But we can all be honest with ourselves and say that it's much more fun to say the stabby, sawy, drilly thing. Moving on, though, we've also got the Apothecary symbol for the shoulder pad. We're going to put the pointy thing on that one. And then for the left forearm, we will put that chapter emblem on, and he will be an Ultramarine. So he's in the right chapter. Because all of my Space Marines are part of the Ultra Smurfs, except for the Sisters of Battle. It's just another look at a Sister of Battle. Well, I said all of them, not all of them. We have the 4 Death Watch group. So because we can color the shoulders, I can now... this guy was a Space Wolf. This one, when I looked at the figures and whatnot, sometimes they did have black. So I'm going to go ahead and say that he was like a Raven Guard. This one was an Ultra Smurf. And this one was also an Ultra Smurf, but you can't see it underneath it. Eventually, I just don't have it to show off, we're going to be able to put the chapter emblems on the other shoulder so that we can have the true, you know, this guy was a Space Wolf, so we still got the chapter emblem on him. This guy was an Ultra Smurf, so we got the chapter emblem on him and stuff of that nature. But if we can just all take a moment and appreciate, look at the freaking textures on this shoulder pad. Holy cow. And I did some research on the Death Watch, and that's what the shoulder pad looks like in the pictures and on the figures, and they just look legitimately awesome. Moving on to the next one. You may notice that he has got a Devastator backpack on, because he's going to be a Devastator for the Death Watch. In fact, let me go ahead and fix his left forearm if we can. Right forearm. That's a tattoo. Where's his left forearm? Right forearm. Get that. Okay, there it is. Left forearm. Nah. Okay. I can't tell directions. Let's give him that Devastator mark. And I will not lie. I had to ask what it was. But that's the Devastator mark. And until I can put the chapter emblem on and everything else, he can be that. But we've got the Devastator backpack working, and I can tell you that they're working on weapons. I may have already mentioned that. I think I did. Another just beautiful look at the textures. I like just turning them because you get to see the light glance off the textures and stuff, and get to see the glowy eyes, and it's so cool. Then Fellblade, we all know if we watched the Death Watch Purge, he can't freaking hit the broadside of a barn, but still, looking mighty fine. Look at that. Just look at it! This is XCOM 2! Oh. Just got an Ultramarine, Sister Battle. Here's a nice look. A lot of people are fans of the Blood Ravens. And now that we can color the shoulders, we've got Blood Ravens. Fully armed and operational Blood Ravens. Although I think, if we're being honest, his torso gear... Let's take a look at all the available backpacks. And some of these might be work in progress. They might be pink or missing textures, but we're going to go for it anyway. So we've got the Apothecary backpack. Another Apothecary. Chaplain. Also Chaplain. What's special about this? I assume it's these things, but they're missing textures. Scout Marine backpack. Probably hidden by the armor. We'll show it on the Scout Marine. The backpack that we're going to give this guy. And we've got the different backpack options. A lot more of them. You can still see some missing textures. It's not, like I said, it's not a done mod yet. Tech Marine backpack. So you can see what it's going to have. A little sneak peek there. Missing textures though. And then we've got the one with the clamps. That's a nice look at that. Let's take a look at the right. That's his right arm. The right forearm option. So we've got the arrow. I assume there's going to be different options for the arrow than just an arrow. Just not yet. So the first forearm option we have actually puts a nice little protective plate on his wrist. Then we've got the Aquila. Imperial Aquila. The Librarian marks. A good old-fashioned skull. The arrow that indicates what... I don't remember. Tell me down in the comments what it indicates. I've read it multiple times. I just can't remember. We've got this cool thing. Don't know who it belongs to yet, but I will because it looks really cool. We've got the Devastator mark. We've got the Assault Marines mark. We've got chains that look very nice. I think they're missing textures. Or they're just not shiny. I think they're just not shiny. I don't think they're missing textures. We've got this cloth, which have words on it. Oh, dude. Oh, it's the script from the... That's awesome! I hadn't looked that close. It's the script from the teaser I did. I mean, that's not why it's here, but it's what the Emperor said about the Space Marines. The final bulwark against the Terror. They are the defenders of humanity. That's cool. Good job, DIMDIM. That's all I got, because that's really cool. And then we've got some chains. So really, really, really coming together, looking really, really nice. You can just see when you take a good old close look at the... Okay, too close of a look. Look at the textures. Look at the textures. Look at them. Just look at them. This is XCOM 2. It has no right looking as good as it does. Oh, it's just so good. Shin options. We have shin options. We've got the Aquila. We've got... There's probably an importance behind the skull and the wing, so somebody please tell me, because I don't know. But I want to learn. We've got the rivets is what they're actually called. But we've got the Daleks. You're welcome. We've got little skulls. We've got tiny little rivets. The Librarian options as well. There are some other options. Not showing them off yet, because they're like all pink. We've got different thigh options. So the Librarians are all purple right now, because they're just not done yet. Got the Scout Marine option, which you can't see. We've got the loincloth. And then let's, for this next part, absolutely turn on the clipping 100% so that we can see these. So that we can see the chest piece and these thigh pieces. So we've got the Librarian stuff, and then we've got we've got that, we've got the thing that was on the Death Watch, and the other direction. Then we've got some belt buckles. I assume that these mean something, and to other people will mean so much more, but to me it means lots of cool customization options. We've got the Aquila. Big old circle. We're on 21, right? Yeah. Not done. Not done. I don't know. And the loincloth that we've already seen, but looking just a tidbit better. So there's that. As for torso options, let's take a... Yeah, let's leave them like that. Okay, so here's the different Apothecary Marine options so far. So they've all got the Apothecary emblem, got the Assault Marine, so that the important thing to note, and I'm going to show you it in a second, is just because they may not have the Assault Marine armor, which we'll point that out in a second, they can still look the part. So we've got the different Assault Marine torsos. We've got the Chaplain torso, another Chaplain torso that is clipping central, but it looks legit. Another Chaplain torso, another Chaplain torso, a possibly not done Chaplain torso? Maybe that is done. I don't think the dot in the middle... Yeah, it's missing some textures. Moving on. A Librarian torso, another one, and another one. Then the Scout options, which we've already seen. Then, gonna kind of go quickly through these, because we've seen most of them. Let's wait for the arm to get out of the way, please. Please put your arm down. Thank you, sir. So many options. So many flippin' options. It's just... It's phenomenal. I don't have a word. I'm out of words, which never happens to me, by the way. I'm out of words to describe how amazing it is. Now we're at the Tech Marine options. Hero underlay. That's interesting. Okay. Oh. Well, we can't forget to leave out the shoulder options. In case you ever wondered what it looks like underneath. Kind of creepy is what it looks like underneath. So let's just start with this one, and then we'll go down. So we've got all kinds of... You know what? Maybe we can... Let's get you at a slightly better angle, Mr. Dobrinen. I haven't changed your name, obviously. Just looks so good. It looks so good. Look at it. Just look at it. Oh. Oh. Whoops. My bad. We've got the options without it. We've got the Roman numerals on it. Please, someone tell me the significance of the Roman numerals. I don't remember. I think someone did at one point. I just don't remember them. Different ones. And then the Death Watch shoulder pad. And then the ones that are colorable than the Tech Marines, which we've already shown. So it looks just so good. So the other part that I want to show off, besides the fact that a lot more customization options have come down the line, is, and everything's work in progress, numbers you see or anything else don't necessarily count. I think this is the sound warning. Just a sound warning. This might be loud.
Suffer not the alien to live. Forward to victory.
Yep, it was the loud one. But let's take a look-see here at their loadout. And Assault Marine armor. Don't pay attention to this stuff. If anything ever says missing name or something, don't pay attention to it. And these numbers over here may not also be completely accurate, but you can see that it gives him, he's got tracer rounds, so it doesn't give him plus aim, but he's got extra mobility, some extra health from all kinds of stuff, some extra armor from it, and some extra dodge from the being an Assault Marine. Likewise, if we take a look, now I've used cheat codes. This is the same playthrough that you'll see in the other videos, but Librarian Armour. Interesting. Now right now, it gives us debug at design missing tactical text in tier 3 Librarian Armour template. So it doesn't give us the, let me see, does this give us anything? Hey! Vault, assault jump, full throttle again, because reasons. All Assault Marines receive this armor as part of their assault kit. Now, you can see that the sisters receive a special ability. All sororitas? All sororitas armor is said to be given the Emperor's blessing and grants small but special gifts such as added mobility or higher will to fend off the grasp of chaos. So you can see that they're going to get special abilities from their armors. Now, not all of them currently, because it's missing stuff. Obviously, it's a work in progress. This is what a sneak peek into work in progress looks like. You have debug at design missing tactical text sometimes, but he has a grappling hook. Your Scout Marines have got grappling hooks, but they've got less health and armor from their set. Space Marine gives you 6 extra health, 1 extra armor, plus the fact, oh, of course, this is the elite, so this is tier 3. It's important to remember that this is tier 3 armor. So, and everything, all the numbers are in flex. So don't really pay attention to the numbers, but pay more attention to the fact that these are special armors that you equip. So there won't be a class, there won't be a class mod, but these are going to be armors. I think I've got him as Space Marine, but there is a Tech Marine option. Now I bet he'll look exactly the same. There's a shocker. But I assume something special is you're going to get special bonuses from the armor. Just right now, we don't, because it's all work in progress. The Apothecary has a special design, special armor. Sisters of Battle, Space Marine, Space Marine, Space Marine, Space Marine, Space Marine. That actually isn't even Sisters of Battle. Hey, look what's being worked on. I have no words to say there, but pause and read what just spread across the thingy. Ah! 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 The reason that happened is I'm using another mod that lets me copy and paste the look. I pasted the look, but I didn't change the armor set first, so when I try to change the armor set after it, we get a little bit of a conflict. Space Marine armor. I think everyone else is... Ah! Chaplain armor. Now you have to build the Chaplain armor, and you have to build that armor that we're not talking about. And you have to build the assault marine armor too. You build those from the proving ground. I can't tell you other things that are planned. Yeah, I can't. I will make some modders rather unhappy if I disclose information, but I can tell you that there is other cool stuff coming. I can tell you, here's one thing that I can hint at. The individual who is responsible for the Advent to Empire, Galactic Empire conversion mod that's being worked on is in the same server with the individual that made the Space Marine armors, and is in the same server with the individual that made the Chaos Marine armors, and is in the same Discord server with someone who just revealed to the Discord people, so this may be a little new, but Mr. Shadow CX revealed to the Discord community a look at potential Tyranids, I think, is how it's pronounced. So you can head over to the Discord and check that out. Also, at the end of this video, there's going to be a link to my channel to subscribe, of course, but also a link to Mr. Shadow CX's YouTube channel, where you can go over, you can subscribe, like his stuff, but if you want even more information and more looks into things, then you can get it in his videos. He's very knowledgeable. He's the one responsible for a lot of the coding, if I understand correctly, as well as several other modders that have helped DIMDIM. So this is DIMDIM's baby, but there's a lot of other people involved and helping with this at the same time. Now, if you do use the mod that lets you, what do I need to do? There we go. Okay, no, I just need to, there we go. If you do use the mod that lets you leave the armors on, then you have cool scenes like this where the Apothecary is talking to the Tech Marine, and then you'll have stuff where the Death Watch guy is walking on on a treadmill. It happens. But it's just, it's so cool, and what they have planned is phenomenal, and better keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on this channel. We're gonna have I've said a lot. I'm so very sorry. I'm sorry. But it's so cool. If you want to continue to see gameplay of it, then keep watching the Let's Show of the Advent to Empire, Galactic Empire conversion mod, because that's where we're showing off a lot of the gameplay at the same time that we're showing off the Advent to Galactic Empire conversion mod. And keep an eye out for the part that's coming up today, because we're going to meet the Hunter, and boy oh boy does he look mighty fine. Beyond that, of course, like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see more, share it with your friends, get word out about this mod. It's awesome. You know, put it on Twitter, share this video with everyone. It always helps out the channel, and of course, subscribe, like it, comment down below what your favorite chapter is, why they're your favorite chapter, and feel free to answer any of the questions that I asked along the way. What about this mod makes you the most excited? What about this mod do you hope gets put in? Tell me everything down in the comments, and until next time, guys, you know what to do. Jake Hardy.